I thought, what would I look like if I was an AI form? And this is the form that I came up with: a Silicon Valley executive in my beach house, overlooking the beautiful ocean. I've got with me Terry Ming in his AI form as well. And just thought, Terry, why don't we just break the ice a little bit? I understand you're a bit of a cycler. Is that correct?
I'm trying to be. I haven't been into cycling for a long time, but I've enjoyed it the last few years, and we even had an opportunity to cycle ourselves around the beautiful streets of Vancouver. Yeah, so it's been good. Still learning, but great way to get out and get a little bit of exercise. And here in North Van, where I live, it's got a bunch of hills, but it is a beautiful place to ride, and there's a bunch of places to ride where there aren't any cars, which makes it just a little bit safer. What everybody's talking about, the presence of AI, seems to be like we're in the very early stages of it. Seem to be so many exponential advancements.
Yeah, it was an interesting time, and I never thought that we'd be here, and I didn't think that it would be evolving as fast as it has. But I mean, just in systems alone, I mean, if you were talking about Copilot, you're looking at some of the day-to-day uses that people are finding within their workspace. I mean, I've heard people using Copilot to write emails, to write content, to generate images, and it's embedded within Excel. So there's lots of features and functionality you can do. What people are seeing is just more time that's freed up for them to be able to do their day-to-day. But what we're seeing currently in our system, that making reference of AI that's actually in the marketplace, is actually being used by our customers. You can ask the system, for example, questions on how to find business data, sales orders, customer records, and more. And I think a lot of times, people can use it for their bank reconciliation, like month-to-end tasks, and really enhancing those capabilities. And again, that's going to save people just a ton of time. But what's really helpful too is late payment prediction. So predicting late payments and then managing that cash flow effectively. But also, getting to that point where, users can start to manage and look at, inventory forecasting, so they can predict the needs and manage stock more effectively. So when we're talking about the rental space, AI is, still somewhat hypothetical. People are just starting to talk about it, but currently in our system, you have that ability to forecast, to boost inventory needs and manage that stock effectively, and have some of that prediction in there. So a lot of opportunity there for people to get freed up. And again, getting back to it being an all-in-one, when you have an all-in-one system, that's already freeing up people because they're spending less time, moving data between systems, and now they're actually freeing up more time with AI. So
what should companies be doing, or what should they be looking at in terms of an AI strategy? Do you have a feel for that at all?
One of the suggestions that I tell them, and this relates to AI, is look at and ask yourself how much time you're spending on manual tasks as a result of your system not providing those features. If you're doing stuff outside your system, and how much time that takes. And a lot of times when that's added up on a daily, weekly, and then monthly basis, and then obviously that's annualized, they can look at it and say, if we add an hourly rate of X to that time, what is that costing us? Look at it and say, maybe our AI strategy is now starting to use or deploy AI to free up some of that time, allowing people to do other things. And I guess as we bring this to a close, one thing I think about, cycling virtually. Maybe there's less risk for now as I get over some of that trauma of spilling out, behind you when we're in Vancouver, and maybe we just cycle virtually with our avatars going forward.